The King's Trip, the Feats, the West, King DC, aka Sal, Real Kings, tracing back the roots, what the kings learn, where the kind is baited, shameless. Anyways, get into it. I spent many years in the West already before they crowned me. Big biceps, BB, big balls, huge the winner. The other gods were upset because I was also much faster than a turtle from sleep. They're very green here. I had come second one time they seen at a wrestling meet. It was tough, but cut short. I was just junior. My pride was high. I lost with a sly remark to the winner. He got me in the long tug. It was like tugging out a donkey. At some point, my back would be outmatched for the BBZ. Learning not the only one, also not immortal. So even major are expected to lose a few. You're not machines, even if seen as in the scenes or behind the scenes. Some got more protection. You can die by buckshot. If not, it's Terminator 2. There is better dudes. Free-willied, even with blessings down the road. The spirit is there. We learn, they watch, and it's true. And all the crazy dudes well into the north, off the big statesmen, jealous, very redneck. A lot not what his thought is happen. Many people at different times come and go. They say get stuck. A lot of them in witch hunts. High egos in. Media goes, fuels entertainment. We're much like oak trees, being grateful as seeds that start fresh. They yell so close within their heads. Time goes. Many go into comp. It starts at school. And then it sprouts. We learn the steps, the basics from our parents, others, which is the funny thing, from strangers even. And as fools, even a little more young. Tools like air. They keep us in solid for many years. Devolving to evolving, getting education, parents, paying for these, going through the emotions, downs, depression, being pushed. Government chains, they keep us in solid for many years. We're all bound in. Even the king asked for help is nothing special. There's so many in schools. But we're also more grateful. It's bigger than Rome. We're set a certain way, all at different too. It's more expensive here. Christmas is good. Xmas is good. School is rocky. It jumpstarts the cities. It's tough to hear. The vocabulary of teachers. It takes years to open our ears from babies. Have to take our own steps. They're trained to teach. Animals, if you're an animal, you'll lose out your job like old gods are at some point, So, some are going to be more like animals in there. They're not going to be able to hold shit down, even go down like me. They have to pay the way in the system and shit and learn the steps, even the minor shit they're going to see, to the old bloke, Jesus, you're down by HUBRIS, where you need to focus, think back, not too much, only to check or match. Look at Jack's beanstalks. It took long hours to learn basics like timetables, sports here. It's understated or underthought of the old, for those in early and as old. But at that point, see a lot of people outside that can't get this, don't know this. It's a huge step. The government is very solid. I live here free. Would be less of a chance like meds, and a lot of people don't get that too. It's not all. I know I've seen pups whining, down, different years come and goes. I do okay. I'm like many slackers though too. It's the same end. The sexual energy was always there. More discipline would work as a kid. And again, fear. People have tough rules. It's butterflies from the caves types. You have to take it. It's all some don't like that. Some been trained different. getting shit kicked is the reason I'm feeling. Others aren't like that, man. It's pleasure, pleasure, pleasure too. Even Pops is the man. You know, even go through muscle doubles sheer magic and shit. You know, competing higher up. You wonder these big guys, how they do it, you know. Some of them, she learns seeing shit, it's not all real too. A lot green-eyed of youth. It's easier small, even strong-arm kings are like little bulls burning to giants. You know, fueling the factories. So, you know, at some point, you're going to be a hypocrite too. You're going to bite in. You're going to say, geez, you get a taste of your own medicine. It's not all about mischief and joking around. Will be cut short. You'll get a beating. It will be a little worse than hell. You think it's a nightmare. It's not even, it's set at horrorcore. Like many, we live for the weekend too here. Going to school and work, watch MTV, comedy, movies, get into sci-fi. A lot of sick days, music, choking back on shit. Cough shit, not that sick. A lot of swimming. We have crazy swimming places now, slides. And no turtles. Turtle free there. Fast. That's a funny thing. On Turtle Island, they thought, you know, as the animals kick back. And the eagle kind of gets pinned, right? It's common in all the mixmen. You know, it's expected. Not everything wins. You know, I've had many friends shagged over and over. It doesn't really get you anywhere. But those games are amazing nowadays. I learned we're in our little RPG. Kings and Kingsmen are the ref. Kids are in dispute whether or not they need much training yet. You know, fulfill your own soul. That's what counts, you know. Indie or whatever you want. To get that, don't stop. Even with mad idiots, show them why you're not kids. And if they keep, you know, if they're ancient there and they think, yeah, this and that, yeah, you know, a lot of them haven't learned that much. They do the same thing, and that's cool if that's you. If that's what you decided. Maybe being shy would have got you hurt out there. It usually does. From a guy that started early, far from bees, it's like a little puppy. And early, they get nowhere in the city. They have poor memory, need leashes, masters, just like many old wild women I see here, witches, need masters. And a lot of it's cut short because they know they're messing with adults too. And they have to hide. Some might be even court. They can't. A lot of people still live messy too, you know, greasy hands, don't like cleaning. Not all. I say they still do it. Some get what they don't want too, where they set up. And, you know, far from one, I learned you get what you think. We make them bite into even messing around, you know, different mind setters, light workers. The light hits from the dark, you know, just out. You know, you thought you're just kind of shameless doing it around, you know, and you pop. You know, just like getting caught on the bud, nipping the bud. Don't do it if you're not down. To think it can even be a punishment, even to some, to go down, thinking they know it all, then lose it all, but no, they don't because they're wrong and bet it. That fear bites in over the years. Even learning fresh in these places, doing it, like faults, it hurts. You can't take it all at once, you know. And when you get up to king, geez, even forklift takes years. I did my music on the side. I have my own faith. It's tougher and more urban than some black men out there. They set a path to Jeffries. The media, I told them I bop them out. I feed off them too. Gets me popular off their stigma. It's true too. I can fight back with the facts too. It's great. They can play off me too. You know, they ain't able to get to that barrier, that mountain there. And even wearing down mountains, you know, they can set a thought, use it to fuel my attention, get media views. So your words have to be oak and over time and be more like Jerry. You run your own wheels, you know your own soul the best, guilty or not. I made mistakes, and you know at some point that reaper's coming. And even if you're outshunned or something too, you know at some point, you know, you need support. I learned it goes both ways. Nothing works overnight. A lot of times, lights, you need negative, positive. They will use that, you know, pay, karma. It's about tugging through the weight, keeping it cool. And one day we'll snap together your work and your studies just for those other long years too. Some will say this and that, jealous and that, have small feelings maybe, they really want it. You're open, so think. Some may freeze out, jealous, or too young. They want it, but they're mad. A lot will go down, guilty or innocent. They don't have the experience. And even some cases, stamina runs out when you're old. And, experience doesn't always work, just like Mike Tyson. Even though we go with him strong, he's a tough guy. After Paul's in these arguments, it's hubris. A lot start belittling. It fuels at the shreddings. It's heavy. They test to see which bulls win burning, which stay solid. And after a lot don't admit when wrong, they got overprides or in scams, or they need it. They want to stay flat a little to cover faults, and don't show it because they know it's by your thoughts. Even by then, hubris. Even when they do check-ins to these numbers, hubris is big these days. Even some pays. So if you're set in that and you want to be men, it's free will. It's heavy. It's no mass. It's like genies. That's what's cut short too. Those that don't move or blow through. They aren't thinking long term. People's biz, it's busy a lot. Most don't know all that's yours. It's like nets of sky nets. They can only see shit maybe in the future. They can't really interfere. Just like a game in quantum, it's set, and you need a genie to get in. And a lot of dudes don't believe in cheating. They rather do the not cheating. Even if social media goes through, a lot don't know true dollar or worth of others. And it's huge. It's even liquids, gold's not. That's why they have some bums now. Or they think gold's not or hell's not. Think, are they into BS or BBS or got their mind stuck there? Some are too focused on items. I took my tools, bought by my own hands, more my master, fair my parents, did the best I could in the hood weather. It's the best or not, it still does the job. People that steal their overego can fall because their items are proven not the best anyways. It takes the player. A guy could be fit and conditioned. You could buy the best shoes, but you're more like me, a geek, right? Online, or so-called. Or I even take it. I take criticism. It can better you even. Main straight could better your chorus and flat rap, right? Be very vocal, and where they even take flat. Like I said, this catches up by law too. A lot you're not going to hear the full vibrations, anyways. A lot of it's. Show no feeling, be quiet in public. People want to come and go. That's what they're there for, right? Are you at a bar or where are you? You got to think often. Is it worth it? Think they don't know. Or are they only out for profit? Some assume it way too much. Others pick up on it and learn they wasted too much time. They don't give them room, like scamming or romance scam or common. Blow through it. You got to recognize spiritual warfare. Like a big guy, that's the thing about a king, they'll go where synagogues, I hear the kids, this guy's from a synagogue, and next thing it's cut short, the big old fear of the bear. They know that the big old goat, though, is one. It took them that long, we're Lord shit with old guys. But not all are so ghost. Things can get mistaken, busy. Keep standing in, show them little stuff as nonsense. You're not fully unseen unless you are dead. That's the thing, unless you are a ghost. Or, it's tough like Demi we hear. So for some chicks, learn to get memory. Like what I do, rap and write, helps fast. This is over 3,000. I pounded this out in a couple hours. I got the edited version. Or even fat. I said fat after, coming from a guy that is the blues. Some like the blues. So you got to think too, it's better than feeling nothing. It will get you, if you think, aside from pups and shit, it will get you better over time, even more feared, sometimes they might have that better computer. I kicked in, I won lots, even majors are expected here to lose. I mean, it's so freaking underdog. I mean, it's not the best city in the world. It's not New York either. It's not the biggest. So Canada is unpopulous. So there's huge expectations. Canada is more oil and other goods and shit. There's a lot of different businesses though within the city. If you can't change, like these change, it might be you. You may be where you need to be in all the go. Many are still ghosts. They need an illusion. It can be an edge in marketing. For the ones in fresh, it's tough. Not many go that long with the common words. You know, it's like news, you know, like weightlifting. You know, others I forgive, I get mad. You know, look at Miyagi. It's worth in death not to, right? Forgive. No, you. And all the slow moves, Graves put on Be the Entertainment. Think in your mind the steps, the possible steps. That's how Miyagi did it. It's certain pressures, right to the light, shut down, right? Taking it for granted. Also, these things kick in when they want to move too fast. Dudes are too young. They're not thinking that it's scarce out there. You know, you might have the internet. Watch, you won't get as many chances as you think. Know you're the grooves. You have it within you. They haven't tested all your stats yet. In school, when they force us to dance, you could see me kick in. You know, aside from the chicken and blah, blah, blah. That's pop shit. You know, who's the big bull they see anyways? You know, I could sit there. If I could say, yeah, my music's good, the people, that's rap. Even put in. That's why I take it, too. I'm ready down to the cartoons, you know, as a king. It's funny, too. That's the funny thing. If you're young, you still got a little time. Even if you're still old, you know, 70s, 60s, 90s, even, you know, you can go 90s if you think it, 90s, 20s. Just do whatever you do, man. The stress can shorten it, though. You know, it's Cain. Anger is rooted in manhoods with faults. Test a bigger than thought. You know, you're not the bet after when you learn. You know, if you lose, you need sleep after. Other people cheat. They don't want to lose, but they're scared to even take their pants off in a change room with the fucking covers on. The fucking change room. You know, over Miyagi's war, he's used to shaking hands and petting angry pups, right? So it is a bit dangerous, but they're not going to attack because they know. You know, over big miss stuff, I was the Shredders, you know. They got a long tug yet. You see, there's a lot of people that are a lot tougher than that and don't do that in present times, you know. Some happen for reasons. Down, so, because we're like airheads more. I react good faster than most. It's not always the model number. It could be a risk, a run-in with the laws even, and when to not say anything will just happen. It steps in, boom, and the teasing, the spirit comes. It's true, it does. They are some white out. It's like a void. So that's what happens when they're off. We have spaces now. It fades out by then before they hit, you know. If you stay posted and shit. They use bull flaring a lot, you know. If you're just fish going in, it's like or not into it, you know. I'm actually early into different big stuff before booms, trends, they say. A lot here, it's common. It's easy for some, so other stuff seems alien. You know, it's not alien. The men are not aliens or not Jesus. You know, you got to watch out for superstitious. Read about Jesus. Trends go for money. Because it's fly better than apes. But like the Bible says, it's cut short. A lot of people can't keep up, can't take it. I can outdo the pastors in my words, get heavy about God's meaning in my experience, big stuff aside from regulars, because I'm deeper in now too. You know, different skills. That's what separates. There's different classes out there. There's different tools. So you got to watch out about faulty comparisons because those make you go nuts. You know, and hogs take the stir crazy cabin fever too. It's not that bad. Like I said, it's better than the apes out there. Think why they have that gas, why they can't just shut that off. You're in a planet. It's not immortal here. It's similar to other governments and societies. You know, even Asia has similar law. They can talk to their people. It's their jobs, not mine. You know, bet's done. I'm fine too. I know. I can out them on things like my health and my own valors. They don't control that. You can give some up. You can give your glamour up. But not in reality. That anger's there for the first. and seconds like death for some nuns. Even pastors, they just were, thank God for the internet now, or to whoever who may it concern. I have my own faith too for when I'm doubted too, doing this crazy rap shit. It's unhuman to get that many. I told them I'm cold like Cube. It's easy now for the bopper, for many to mistaken due to the facts they go through, the tricks and values. If they don't see values, it's tough again. Their stuff was proven not number one. They usually had some big romance scam center. It was shut down after all their hard work. And yes, they had to pave the way and this huge income support for it, but it was shut down. That didn't make sense because they have to hang and be put on pause now for others. There's others looking to get in by number one. They're clean. So, they'll hit the misheads. Sometimes hang is the best answer, when they want to play you and they're mistaken, they're in you, they're not. Learn. It's not all dudes. We do pain and gain, and men, it's better overall if you do. I had good shoes. The top others wouldn't help that much, even if up. Jesus was also out of this world, not one. They would argue that fact, sent here to study, not run it, not fully knowing, even as fools. Be careful, there's hogs and gods. They get that stupid, they wouldn't come in for much long. It's much like their highway, even steel's melted, they know the blast just ran up. Sure, that's different, that's far from it. They need it repaired over time, as well like a hospital. That's why Trump's a pussy. They can't, people plan that, it's working, they can't. You have to sell your house. If you sell your house, it's just shit. You have to, but that's the thing. Other people have to come and sign up. You're responsible for transition. Other people are going to have hard times. It's not all, some people need drugs and a lot of other people don't believe in it because it makes them worse. Sure. Yeah. Other people do it for that and they know. It's not all fairy tales. See, that's where they go down. The burdens of others too can kick in. It's not just easy now. You can say a few words of meaning and hope. That's all. No. Because some don't like all shows or shoes pushed. They can say what they feel, free-willed. You're rooting in your own karma before. It don't work as dial-ups where you can go back and forth months later as time machines. In reality, there's more gravity. Maybe in some big events they might have done that again. Terminator, which is a huge one. Arnold is more perfect. So again, 800s are my standards. It's shut down. I could go to an 800 cell phone if this needs repairs, right? It's still tugging them. I'm the guy testing shit. They're not even testing shit, and they got something, even some shitty laptop. In reality, there's more gravity. More gravity kicks in, and even on the internet, the gravity kicks into the big shit that's real. And they see, and it kicks in like a fucking chain for the Furbies, man. Speeds, cheats. Even the condoms and everything else, man. And that didn't win. That's the funny thing. It's just to get it in easy because it's tough for them. Yeah, work it a bit. Like Bitcoin, busy. It's by nature, too. I would like to make that clear learning for me anyway. And it's not him, so I haven't been changed. Rather have brains, rather a tank to a fish, wrestling old gods. To like Zeus, to learn and get tough, and see Jesus as the wimp, get the tough mark. If they want to do some freeze, bite in, because I'm 60 times tougher than any Hera. They can't play. They don't even have the balls. That's a funny thing. It's a lot of. We still blokes deep down. It took years. Human one. There was pressure. It's all man-made. Civilization went down even from just like wars, Some of the purge, they say it's needed. Other people tried. They knew bleeding by Jesus. It's all man-made and hardcore mode now. A lot of mistakes you can't take or make because it can be fatal. They went down. We won. It's mostly all of it by far. Yeah, sure. A lot may not be able to run as fast, but that's expected, Not training. It will, if you're not in the woods 24/7 or an army man marching, it will shred you, whatever. It takes a lot of time to lose weight, double the work from standard, whatever values in the cavemen that picked up from early fires that set the burn floods. It's like a test on something. Make sure you study as genies. I knew a lot of people in high school. Then, now I'm heavy. Some see weight classes are not fit. You get a Frankenstein effect. You got to take it. Other people could dupe it, sure. Bootleg it, sure. You can't get it, but it boosts my popularity. They don't know that in the long run. When a few whispers get out or online now, it's easier. Just phone lines. I don't need a supercomputer. I don't need a cheater. Or it could be in a sea of fish. It's a city. It's different. There's weight. Order to realities, rows. Get it. Get it while it lasts. Get it while the getting's good. Over time, they will learn. Some not. Some will go down. Bleeding. The sin's too heavy, or the burden and the conscious, they weren't able to push it. Our tug after to get up. We, just like Satan, you come from somewhere, some species here, we all had to walk in. We know it's not 100% perfect. It's a lot of chickens. They don't know all it. A lot of people think they know it all and don't know it all. And then until they bite in, they learn. So they need these jobs too. A lot of lazy eye AI bots might be needed to do this, message that. Bots lost, though, to the real players, baby. Look at the Herc battles on Counter-Strike 2 now, right? That's just dipping in with me, and they're running around, and they think. That's why people can't write your history. That's why they have witnesses and shit. And usually there's a couple people that know when there's hubris, when there's BS. So, and that's where it snows too. Big Dane, DC, ZZ, Calgary.